Most people believe attraction comes from youth, appearance, or clever psychological tricks. That belief is exactly why so many men feel lost, invisible, and easily replaced. They chase trends. They copy advice. And then they wonder why nothing truly changes. But there is always a smaller group, calm, disciplined, grounded. Men who don't follow the crowd. Yet somehow always stand out. This video isn't about hacks or manipulation. It's about core principles most people never see. Simple, timeless, and immediately usable. If you understand them, your perspective shifts. If you apply them, your position changes. And by the end of this video, you'll be operating from a level most men never reach. 1. Quiet romance. When you realize that dramatic gestures stop working, you begin to see the truth. Attraction doesn't grow from intensity. It grows from reliability. Most men try to overwhelm. Grounded men stay consistent. I once knew a man who never sent long messages or emotional speeches. He simply showed up, on time. Every time. Months later, the woman said she trusted him. Before she even realized she desired him. Psychologically, the nervous system relaxes around predictability. And relaxed people bond more deeply. Ernest Hemingway once said, "The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them." When you understand this, you stop performing romance. You slow down. And your presence does the work. 2. Depth over noise. When conversations start feeling shallow, you realize most people speak to be noticed, not understood. Experienced men speak differently. They pause. They allow silence. I've watched rooms where the youngest voice was the loudest. But the most respected man spoke last. When he did, everyone listened. Not because of volume, but clarity. The brain associates calm speech with certainty. Fast, excessive talking signals insecurity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Let your speech be better than silence. Or be silent." Once you see this, you stop filling space. You choose words that carry weight. And people lean in naturally. 3. Earned wisdom. When people begin asking for your perspective, not your opinion, you understand that wisdom isn't about knowing more, but recognizing patterns. A mentor I respected never told anyone what to do. He simply said, "Here's what happened when I tried it." That restraint made his words powerful. The mind resists commands but absorbs insight. Guidance feels safer when it remains optional. Socrates captured this perfectly. "I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think." At this stage, you don't rush to correct others. You offer clarity, then step back. Those who are ready move forward. 4. Settled confidence. When you stop comparing yourself to younger men, you've crossed a psychological threshold. Confidence matures when identity stabilizes. You know what you bring, and what you don't need to prove. I once watched a young man boast endlessly at a dinner table. No one challenged him. No one respected him either. The older man barely spoke. But when he did, the energy shifted. As Clint Eastwood put it, "Respect your efforts. Respect yourself." True confidence doesn't announce itself. It settles into the room. When you understand this, you stop proving. You stand still. And others adjust around you. 5. Visible purpose. When your days feel structured instead of rushed, you understand why purpose is attractive. A man who wakes with intention moves differently. His time carries weight. I've seen men with ordinary careers command deep respect. Simply because they treated their work seriously, not emotionally. Neurologically, people trust those who appear self-directed. Purpose signals internal order. Viktor Frankl once said, "When a man cannot find meaning, he distracts himself with pleasure." When you grasp this, you stop chasing outcomes. You commit to a path. And you walk it without apology. 6. Disciplined strength. When you realize energy matters more than appearance, you understand why physical discipline never goes out of style. An older man who moves well sends a clear signal. He hasn't surrendered to time. I once trained beside a man in his 50s. He spoke little. He moved with control. He left quietly. Everyone noticed. The body reflects how the mind handles discomfort. Those who train consistently regulate stress better. Bruce Lee said it clearly. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. At this stage, fitness isn't vanity. It's self-respect in motion. 7. Lived perspective. When novelty stops feeling chaotic and starts feeling intentional, you realize experience isn't movement, it's expansion. Men who have seen more of life respond more slowly. They've learned most problems aren't urgent. I once traveled with a man who never rushed, even when plans failed. His calm reshaped the entire situation. Psychology shows that exposure to uncertainty strengthens emotional regulation. Seneca wrote, "He who has anticipated troubles robs them of their power." With this understanding, you stop chasing excitement. You choose experiences that sharpen perspective. 8. Independent thought. When you stop repeating opinions and start forming your own, you step into intellectual authority. I've seen loud debates collapse under a single calm question. Clarity dismantles noise. Independent thinkers aren't stubborn. They're grounded. The mind respects coherence more than agreement. Nietzsche said it plainly. The individual has always had to struggle not to be overwhelmed by the tribe. At this level, you don't argue to win. You speak to clarify. And silence becomes your strongest position. A man doesn't become attractive by trying harder. He becomes attractive by becoming solid. If you found this valuable, subscribe to Silent Stoic. So each day, you grow stronger and more composed. Now tell me, which of these qualities do you already carry?